takes a minute for the ad to run its course, so we'll continue on here, and once the thing has, let me just get back over to the area. We're gonna fucking lose Kabul. I absolutely hate losing territory in this game. I don't like taking losses. I don't care. Alright, welcome back. For those who had an ad, I appreciate you chilling out while it was going on. What did we lose? Oh, our Spy Master. There you go. So you're saying a startup for a gaming studio will take you to win the Powerball lottery. Yeah, well, no, that's why you get angel investors. That's pretty much the only reason to ever have angel investors. Man, why are we doing so shit this game? What is going on? Like, legitimately, I haven't had this shitty of a game in a while. Thank you for city planning. I really don't care, though, to be honest. Let's pop back over here, I guess. The AI is getting smarter as I run this, I swear to God. Some small hill forts, thank you. Raise what's left here, please. So an angel investor is basically someone who invests their money into your company for a percentage of your company. The idea is basically that they're betting on you having a good future. Some angel investors will actually just outright just give it to you as a loan. Never trust those types. But yeah, pretty much. Angel investors are basically what small businesses use to get off the ground. You know, I'm kind of tempted to go for his capital. I don't know if he'll chase me, though. But if we can get over there soon enough, we might be able to siege him down quickly enough. Nope. So we just lost the land. Fuck you, game. Yeah. Angel investors are a pretty common thing to get. Yes, I know I had a title. I do never have a title loss when I actually run a successful game, so I'm kind of mad about this. It's not even worth killing you. I'll just fucking wait until I can build up more troops. Time to build up our territory a bit more. Stop trying to kill me, people. It's not worth it. Let's get that. Yeah, I'm always happy to answer questions, though. Like I said, take advantage. Ask me anything as far as it goes. There's very little things I won't talk about outright, as far as, like, that kind of, like, my background. So, I always wondered how one starts up a company. Yeah, the easiest way to do it is to go through, organizations. There's actually organizations of angel investors who are looking for young, entrepreneurs. The only thing is, you will need to... Fuck me. Really, Steward, you piece of shit. Yeah, there's organizations that are looking, but you do have to actually do the work and prove on your books that you can achieve what you're trying to achieve. Like, that's the biggest thing. If I could give any advice to anybody who's going to start a business, like, don't start a business with the mentality that it's just going to work itself out. You need to be able to do the work. If you can't do the work, you're never going to make it. The reason I was able to is because I put together an entire portfolio with prices and plans for everything that I needed and thought I'd need for the future and what we were expecting to, what our take was. I always kind of erred on the side of caution. And this is before I had an accounting degree or anything in experience with finance, to give you an idea. I started doing this back when I was studying game development at the Art Institute. Terrible school. And it was not worth the investment. $40,000 down the drain. Let's get more money. But yeah. Angel investors is the easiest way, or you can do the other way is you can find a rich white friend. Also, a piece of advice: if you're going to college, or if you're thinking about going to college, I will give you this advice. First off, don't play CK3. The game absolutely hates you and is going to do everything it can to punish you. Bill, you jinxed me. I'm blaming you for this restart. And what does he want, too? Oh, he wants the entirety of my duchy. Oh, yeah, Bill, this is your fault. I'm blaming you. I didn't have that in my first run. Alright, everyone remind Bill. What if you win the Powerball lottery and you want to own a start a gaming studio? Some ideas of games can come to fruition. Do you want my honest advice on that, games? I hit 1066. God damn it. Like, I can be brutally honest with you, man, as someone who worked in the industry for 3 years. If you want. So, here's my advice. Game development, don't go into it expecting to make money, because you're not going to. Most game studios don't turn a profit for the first 5 years. And that's if you're really lucky. The game industry is so saturated with content now, especially with the creation of Steam. It's not like when I was in the industry. Steam was big, but there was more open availability for indie games with decent backing and AAA titles. There was an interest in new AAA titles. AAA titles for off are no longer an interest in the industry. No one wants to spend $70, $80 on a fucking game that EA makes. That nostalgia is long gone. Secondly, as far as it goes, indie games themselves don't do well. It's a hit or miss on whether the industry, because it comes down to marketing. And marketing is, again, hit or miss. It's a 50-50. If you want your game ideas to be made, just go online, look up some how to do game development classes. There's plenty of free courses out there you can take on like LinkedIn and such and learn how to program your own games. And you can do it yourself. Otherwise, yeah, I would not recommend it at all. I would recommend any other industry. I make more money now on a monthly basis than I ever did as a game developer. And I sold my company for multi-millions. So, yeah, 100% do not go into the industry. And don't expect your game to actually hit. Like, that's another thing. Your game will probably not get into the market. It probably won't do well. You've got to pay for each individual licensing for where you want your game to be published. Then there becomes licensing issues because some will want, if their game gets popular, they're going to try and make it so that way you have to sign a contract where you're only going to release the games on their stuff. If your game doesn't hit, you basically are wasting money on a monthly basis for whatever license you have, or that year if you buy an annual license. So you just pay it up front, and then you're able to publish games for that year on that engine. You have to pay for engines, you have to pay for studio space, you have to pay for artists, you have to pay for programmers, writers. Then you've got asset development that comes into it, so you got to figure out if you want to pay for Blend, or if you want to pay for Maya, or if you want to learn Blender. Maya, a license on it will averagely cost you around like $30,000, I think, for like 10 copies, if I remember correctly. Then you got to pay for stuff like texturing, production, which is like apps like Roadkill, which is the free version, but if you want good ones, you want that and Crazy Bump to mix it together to do something decent. You can use Blender for 3D modeling, which is cheaper because it's free, but it also doesn't have as many useful things as Maya does. Then, like I said, yeah, game engines and all that. There are videos on YouTube with similar message talks from GDC. A little interesting to hear you confirm from your... Yeah, as someone I've contracted with every major studio in the industry, from EA to Activision, Blizzard, I can't think of a studio at this point other than like Paradox and such I haven't partnered with or worked with one of their employees. I 100% would never, ever recommend anybody go into the game industry. Oh, this guy is god-awful. We are not running him. Nope, fuck you. I will reload and hopefully get a better draw. Yeah. It treats its employees like shit. There's no money in it. Making an indie studio is basically pointless in this day and age. Yeah, you're gonna get lucky if you get something like what was that one game, that rhythm game, Undertale, or like Stardew Valley. That's a once in a lifetime kind of luck. I'm not running a fucking intrigue character. Nope. But yeah, so as far as it goes, like that's my main advice. And you can ask me like if you have anything specific you want to know about. Like I've been a programmer, I've been an artist, I've been in game development in general. I've been project manager for teams. I have done the full management of a company. Yeah. Also, piece of advice: if you like gaming, don't become a game designer because it ruins your gaming. Okay, so this guy's gonna be diplomacy. It sucks that I can't see his stats ahead of time. That's something I would love for them to add into the next update. It's like, let me see if I need to reload. Yeah, I gotta reload this guy again. I just need a decent. I'm not asking for something like amazing. I just need decent stats, mate. A 10 in martial as your highest stat is not decent. My buddy Trent has higher stats than this guy. I hate that it's random. Okay, so he's a zealot, he's content, and he's vengeful. Let's see, what do we get? Can you give me decent stats this run? I'll take learning if you got it. Another intrigue here. Why is it the only time we get good versions is when we get fucked luck? Like, it seems like the game just enjoys, like, giving and taking. But yeah. I worked in that industry for a few years. I've worked in the medical industry. I've done I was a stockbroker. I still am a stockbroker on the side for people. Not bad trades. Yeah. So you name it, I've done it. Like, and I've been in the darker portion of the world as far as it goes. I grew up in the ghetto, really poor kid. When my own parents shot at me at 12 years old. So I've seen it all. Like. God, I can't get any fucking lucky rolls here. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I've seen all points of life as far as it goes. I'm very happy to always share my perspective on shit. I think I also apparently I may hold an unofficial record for dying the most times. Apparently 7's a lot, but I didn't know that until I found out recently from a friend of mine. Okay. Alright, I can work with this guy. We finally got a decent character here. This is going to be a slower run, though. That's fine, though. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. You gave me stress if I ever win the lottery, but I'm glad I won to get the top. So, if you win the lottery, here's the first thing I'm going to tell you. Here's the best advice you can get if you win the lottery, right? First off, buy something really big. Big screen TV that costs like $500 to $1,000. A fucking new car. Something it's something that's not there to appreciate and value. Something that you like and that you will use. First off, because that cues up the money is real in your head, and then it becomes that factor of, oh shit, I need to make sure I'm also saving this and putting money aside. If you just hold on to it, you're always going to have the urge to spend, and you're more likely to spend money. It's a psychological thing. Secondly, if you do win the lottery, my best recommendation at that point is to invest in property. You can't go poor when you invest in land. There are 3 things in this world that are guaranteed. People need homes, people are going to die, and people are going to pay taxes. Invest in land. Invest in property specifically around colleges, and you can make a ton of fucking cash because you can lower the rent just low enough that you'll get college students who'll want to rent out the houses. They'll get like 5 roommates, so you always guarantee at least one of the motherfuckers is going to pay. That's my advice to you on that. As a financial advisor, which I do apparently qualify as for some weird-ass reason. I don't know. It's weird to think about that. We're actually going to change you to learning. I'm kind of tempted to see if maybe we run a slow start on this character, and that might be a better build. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, y'all can always come to ask me about stuff. I mean, like I said, I've seen all sides. I know what I'm talking about most of the time. So, hopefully, at least. I try to. I mean, from politics to history to all that. Don't ask me about religion, though. I don't know anything about religion. I'm a heathen Norse person, generally, but that's just because I like Odin's comment and his kind of like doctrine, which is the understanding of other cultures through wisdom. So, like that's as much about religion as I go into, other than the historical factor about the Catholics being dicks. Let's get our quarries up. Yeah. Might as well take advantage of an old man's wisdom. That's my advice. Ugh. Now everyone who just joined is like, what the fuck? This guy is talking so fast. Like, I just came in here to watch a guy play, Rise of the Ghurids. Why is he talking about politics now? Oh, man. Yeah. If you go back far enough, everyone was a dick. I mean, generally. Humans are a terrible, species. But, hey. We deal with it as we go. Yeah, I'll take a decorate 5 monthly learning experience. Sure, I'll take that. Let's get hill forts popping off. Come on, let's build. We're gonna build up our territory a little bit more before we start expanding quickly. I think this time. I wonder if that's gonna help. To be honest, I'm hoping. But yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it's just the level of dickness. I'm not a big fan of Catholics, and the reason why, and it's nothing to do with their religion. 100% of the reason why I don't like Catholicism as a religion is because it's hypocritical in the fact of, it states all this about peace and love thy neighbor, and yet they invaded and slaughtered innocent children and women all throughout the Middle East. Personally, that kind of shit disgusts me, so, which is my biggest issue with it. Let's grab Golden Obligation, because I want War Profiteer. I already have Architect, right? But that's just because I liked history, and if you are a big fan of history and you read through the whole wars in this time period, that's one of the biggest things you'll deal with. Oh, you're getting impatient. So, it's not an insult. Like, you have your own beliefs. No, I don't think any Catholic in the modern day is going to be choosing to go crusading tomorrow. So I'm not too concerned about that. But it's just like, eh. Oh, hey, look, we lost a viewer. They didn't like it. They didn't like me talk about religion. Oh well. That's how she go. I'm not against the Bengal. She's got calmly, but she's got a good learning. Let's see if that helps with the eugenics program. Yeah. Ask me anything from industries. I've had people come in here and ask me about stocks. That's my favorite stuff to talk about. If y'all ever have stock questions, come and ask. Like, I'm down to answer. I love history, which is why I like CK3 and Assassin's Creed games. I don't play Assassin's Creed. It's not because it's bad, it's just the fact that I suck at it. You will never catch me playing Assassin's Creed. I suck at parkour games. Something fierce. We're going to get our prestige pretty quickly here, which is nice. Okay, cool. We had a fortune builder of a son. We're going to marry him off as well and see what we can get. That one's going to get... She's a little on the older side. Is there anything better? You know what? I'll wait. That's fine. Yeah. Y'all can always come ask me about stuff. Like I said, you ever have questions finance-wise? Like, oh, please. I have a degree in it. And no one else will talk to me about it. No one wants stock advice from me, even though I turned a fucking, what was it, $20 investment into $200 because of, what was the company called? Beyond Meat. I invested in them early because I did a project on them. It was, really interesting as far as, like, getting into it. We did a project on, like, figuring out how it would do as an IP, or, long term. And we predicted that they'd be, like, bonus hitting 1,000, which we were way off on that. We were like, oh yeah, they're gonna hit $1,000 per stock, which is definitely not true, but it was how the algorithm was built. So we were basing it off of that algorithm, which, it was fine. Finance is all a guessing game, but it turned out our information for the first year wasn't wrong. What we were expecting happened. They went from a $20 stock to $200 in 1 year, and I made a killing off their company. Like, outright. And since we didn't have to use any insider information, it was amazing. I used to play stocks on Yahoo back in 2000, a free game, but they don't have it. I wish there was a game that includes stocks and, like, capitalism games. One of my friends has it, Tren. If he ever jumps in here, if you see Cosmic Chicken pop in, you can ask him. He has a stock game that he plays. But yeah, no, 100%. It is something amazing. Let's grab that, and actually, let's go ahead and diverge our culture. We're gonna make this as ugly as possible. So let's go with a hot pink color. I'm still popping that. I like the Scythian stuff, and for right now, I'm gonna leave this, and then we'll come back to it later because I want a cheap diverge, because we can then easily reform and gain something else from it. So there we go. We can get Mountaineers quick, and it's gonna take 5 years, but that's not the biggest issue. We got crop rotation. Nice. Let's pop on city planning. Yep, but stocks are my big thing. It's one of my favorite things to talk about, and will always remain. Oh, I should build quarries first. Oh well. Will always be one of my favorite things to talk about. But yeah, I can. I was a game developer. Our company was not only the largest company in Oregon, we were also the most profitable. But to be fair, there was only one other company called Liquidation Studio, I think is what they were called. They're still running, to be fair, so they won in the end. But oh man, God, was that a fun time. I loved working in the game industry. Let's get It's My Domain. We're gonna just focus purely on money for the time being. No. Also, apologies if you can hear sirens. I do live in the city, and in the heart of the city, so you will hear the sirens in the outback a lot. Let's pop quarries. We're already building up our troop count, which is what I wanted to see. I am still going to go with the knight focus, because I think the military focus is our best bet. Let's upgrade our camel thing for an extra bit of supply limit. Once we get all of our stuff built, we're going to immediately start building our units, our men-at-arms. I'm hoping we don't get eaten, to be honest. We are definitely not in a great position because of Sapphiroids, which definitely scares me a little bit. I just know... And they go to... Okay, they do go to the different guys. We have to wait till he dies. Motherfucker. We just can't catch a break. Oh, man. God damn. Oh, I tell you, man. This achievement is gonna kill me. Ugh. They're trying to kill me here. Let's get that extra 75 levies and go from there. We'll also go ahead, since we've got nothing else to do, convert the culture of these groups. Alright, well, we might as well get Detailed Ledger and then get Avaricious. Man, we got fucked again. This AI hates me. I think it's learning. I think we're going to have to do a different achievement for a little bit. Just so that way I can not have to... Or so the AI can stop learning. Because I swear to God they're listening. I swear to God they're listening. We can at least build... we can construct stuff, can't we? No, we don't have city planning. I thought we did have city planning. Or no, we got... Oh, I guess not. Oh, no. What did we get? I thought we did. Oh, well. But yeah, no, y'all ever want to, like, chat about game development, feel free to ask. Who were the Ghurids? So the Ghurids were an Indian empire of, like, a mix of well, technically they were Persian originally. So, but they're from the area of Afghanistan. Basically, they are the northern portion of India and what was, like... Eastern Persia, and they were a Zoroastrian family who were really powerful for a while. And if I remember, they lose their power after the Persians, or once the Persians fell apart, and they got kind of pushed out by what was it, like I think the Rashtrakuta or whoever was down here prior to. So they're a pretty well known empire. I believe that's correct, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'll take the guy who's got a 24. The Afghans are tough to beat if you look at their history. Yeah, they've done well for themselves. Why do we have suddenly 9? Wait, did we die? No. Okay, I was like, wait, we did die. Wait, what? Oh, shit, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading something. This run. I'm going to call the stream here for tonight. We're getting our ass kicked left and right. I think it's time for a break. So, well, I appreciate you all. I will see you guys tomorrow around 2 p.m. PST to 3 p.m. PST. I always start my streams. Again, if you enjoy the stream, please feel free to give us a follow. It really helps out the channel, and we're trying to hit that 160 mark. Yes, they are basically Persians. And yeah, so I really appreciate you all if you can follow, if you enjoy the channel. If you don't, no worries. We also upload everything onto YouTube, so feel free to go check that out if you miss a VOD and you want to check anything out. So, thank you all, and I appreciate you, and have a great